Where are my eyes? Alright, guys. After thinking on the beach, testing my theories, seeing them fail, and then thinking on the beach more, I have finally completed this flower garden that is somewhat automatic. Well, I would call it fully, well, it doesn't replant. But as you'll see, it is automatic in a sense. So how this works is first you need bone meal. Let's see, where are, oh, there's bone meal. So first you need bone meal. I probably should have prepared the flour things for you. And then a flour that's 1 height. Now this will be provided for you at Vibrant Explosions. And then you place it 3 blocks, or on the 3rd block away from you in the grass. I don't know if that makes sense. Place it, basically, here, you can see, place it below the dispenser. So you place it there, and then you can activate this beforehand or you can activate it afterwards. It really doesn't matter. So you start it, it does the bone meal, and then you click this for the water, and then you click it again to deactivate the water. Sometimes, oh, there. Sometimes it doesn't work immediately. It is storming. I do not want it to storm. Alright, and then thankfully it won't waste any bone meal. So if you're pretty slow on this, it's okay. And then you click this once you think it's full enough, then click it again to get rid of the water. And then do this basically repeatedly until it runs out. And you'll see when it runs out. It's pretty clear. And because this is happening so fast, it's gonna lag. And it's gonna sometimes show the water there when it's not really there, or don't show the water there when it's really there. Oh, it's done. See, look how fast. Make sure that you flick this lever again. I don't want to say turn it off, because you're actually, when you flick the lever again, you're turning it on, because I'll explain that part later for those who want to stay. But just make sure you see a red glow right here when you flick it again for the last time and you leave this area. So after you've done all the flour, it should give you about like a stack and a bit more. Well, that didn't give me a stack, but that's all right. It gave me some yellow flowers. So that's only for 1 height flowers, and what I mean by 1 height is, well, you'll see what I mean by 2 heights. So 2 heights is 2 blocks high, and then 1 height is like just 1 block high. As you can see, like right there. So this is for 2 block high flowers. So basically, you can replace any flower that's in here, or you can keep it if you want that colored dye. And basically, you put the bone meal in there, and then you flick this lever, and then it'll just create a lot of it. It should create exactly 64, because when it's bone mealed, it's only, I think, creating 1 duplicate or whatever of it. So if you, and this is really fast, so if you put 64 bone meal in it, then it should come out with 64 lilac or any other 2 height flower that you put in it. So that's that. You can always remove this and then put another 2 height flower. Oh yeah, so the hopper kind of works. I'm thinking of removing the hopper because it really does not help. It kind of collects it, kinda. I'll think more on that later. So this is the end of how to make everything work. And then we are gonna move on to like an explanation of how it actually works. So this is the redstone part. So this, where should I begin? I'll explain the repeating sections first. So basically, when the redstone, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, if redstone is like on the edge of something, and then this is activated for whatever reason, I really did not prepare this well. Where's my levers? Right, there's my levers. So basically, if the redstone is on the side of something and then you put a redstone up there, and then you use some other device to activate the red right there, or on the sides, I think, even on the sides, I think that it should work. If I remember correctly. Oh no, it doesn't work. So it has to be above there. Then the torch goes out. And so if we, let's see, we create another thing. Oops. So both these torches will go out when this is activated, because when this is activated, it goes through, it activates the redstone up here, and then also activates the redstone up here, canceling these. However, if this is turned off, both of these want to turn on, but then when they see, well, when this turns on, it activates the redstone around it. And then when this turns on, it activates the redstone around it. And so it's an endless cycle of on, off, on, off, on, off, if that makes sense. So that's how that works. And as you can see, that's something else. That was my attempt at a cactus farm, which didn't exactly work out. Probably need to watch a video on that. So I made like a version of it right here. And so when the lever is technically turned on, it stops these redstone from creating that endless cycle of on, off, on, off. But if you technically turn it off, this lever, it activates the on, off, on, off, on, off cycle. So basically you want this lever to be activated in a sense. You just want to see the red right there. That means that there will no longer be an endless cycle of on, off, because it'll just create lag if you leave it on. And it'll just make your game so much more terrible. Especially if you log back on. It just takes everything so much longer to load. I'd speak from experience. And you know, another thing is that you can hear the clicks when it's actually activated, or you should be able to hear the clicks of the dispensers. So that's one way to know, hey, I didn't really make sure that there's red, glowing red on top of here. I don't want to say turn it off, because it kind of is on, I think, technically. So I don't know how to describe it. Just make sure that the lever has a red glow on top of it, essentially. But for this one, the 2-height flower thing, you don't have to make sure that you flick the lever. Now, it would be nice if you did, to just make sure that all that works. But I created like a safety. So here, I'll explain. So basically, yeah, I'll go over here. I need clear weather. Alright, so basically, the comparator can track, I guess, how full something is. So with the chest, it can track how full a chest is. So if you were to, you know, put that in there, it glows. It sends a redstone signal of 2, I guess. I don't know if that's a technical term or whatever. So, but you need the comparator. So if I take it out, it's 0. And so I think it's always a redstone signal of 2 if there's at least one thing in it. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think if there's at least one thing in it, it's always a redstone signal of 2. And if there's nothing, it's 0. So it works the same way with a dispenser. As you can see, it's really full. Now if I were to extend this, you could see how full it is. But so if I put like bone meal, I don't have bone meal with me, but pretend this lilac is bone meal. If I put bone meal in there, it's gonna give off a redstone signal of 2. But once all the bone meal is gone, it's gonna be 0. And so basically, oh, here it is. So basically, I used a similar thing to the on-off cycle over there. So when this is full, it's going to give off the redstone signal of 2, which will turn this lamp off. But when it is empty, it doesn't give off any redstone signal. But this is turned on, and so when this is turned on, it activates this cord of redstone dust, which goes over here and activates all, well, mainly it just activates the thing right here and the thing right here. That's what's important, because then it just stops both of these torches from going on and off and on and off. So you don't have to worry as much with turning this lever off, because it has a safety. Now it would be nice if you turn it off, but you don't have to worry about that. But you do have to worry about this farm. So yeah, think about that. Remember to make sure the red is up there. If not, then you need to flick that lever. That's pretty much it, I think. I tried the cactus farm over there. It kind of failed, so, and then, yeah. So soon this will be added, and once you see this video, it should have been added, so, yeah. Oh yeah, wait, well, you'll see. I was gonna describe my plans to y'all, but y'all will see in the end, so, bye!